The narcissist is always going to look like they are in a happier place once they have discarded you and replaced you with somebody else, especially on social media. The narcissist is always going to try to push it in your face that he or she is in a happier place now that they are not with you. And that is to be expected. In a way, they all do this. They all try to show in one way or another that they are better off without you, whether you left them or they left you. The early love bombing phase of the narcissistic relationship is what the narcissist truly lives for. That is when he or she can pathologically lie to their little heart's content. They lie about themselves, their accomplishments, their careers, their ambitions, their dreams, their past, their exes. They can pretty much be whoever it is that they think that they want to be, and that it will impress whoever the victim is the most. And that victim is sometimes, and maybe a lot more times than many people would like to believe, absolutely enamored with the narcissist, and they're just eating up all of these lies and crazy stories that the narcissist has told them, because they're beginning to become trauma bonded to that narcissist, and they cannot get enough of the bullshit artistry that the narcissist is so accustomed to. This is the highest point in a narcissist's little life, and in any relationship they have, whether it is fully conscious or not. It's their skilled creation of complete fabrication and illusion of a person. Think about it. It's kind of sad for the narcissist, isn't it? The highest point is in this relationship, in any relationship that a narcissist has, is going to be completely deceived. The victim is completely deceived and blind from all of their failures. And so is the narcissist at this point. They are totally blind to all of their failures and dysfunction, yet they appear very happy, and they always do, like I said in the beginning. If you view what they're doing through the perspective of your own worst fears for which the narcissist installed in you on their way out the door, no doubt. You have to accept this cold, ugly, disgusting, and movie-like truth that they never loved you and never could. What sets you free in the end, ultimately, is the knowledge that the narcissist never loved you, they never loved their ex, and they don't love the new supply either. There is no competition here. There is nothing to compete for. And not any one of the new supply, the ex, whoever it is, family members, friendships, whoever it is in the narcissist's life, they are all just targets, assets, appliance to be used by the narcissist. And it is the most frightening thing in the world, but it is dark, it is cold, and truly awful. But this is the truth. This is the reality of what a narcissist is. The narcissist was miserable with you because the narcissist is miserable by their very nature. They will slowly but surely show this miserable nature to the new supply too, and it will always seep in regardless of who it is. Imagine being a narcissist. They are an absolute mess on the inside, an unimaginably dark mess that one day you can look back on them with some pity, it almost seems. But to look back on this and on the narcissist with compassion puts you at extreme risk of falling for their lies and their tricks again, and breaking your no contact. And this misery will absolutely infect the new supply, as it's only a matter of time before circumstance and time before the narcissist inevitably unmasks him or herself. And it is the very same miserable life that you lived with that narcissist in the new supply's life, without a doubt. There is absolutely no doubt that it will happen. And no matter what it looks like on social media, the new supply and the narcissist, possibly the new supply, is partaking in this, in making their life look happier than what it truly is. Whether or not it will be apparent to you or any outsiders is another story, and you may not see the situation from the outside, and that can go on for many years in secrecy, as you remain brainwashed and addicted and still in victim mode, in complete denial, until one day you hear of the narcissist and the news supplies breakup, and you become hoovered again, or possibly for the first time, by the narcissist. And you must know that people really do, normal people will change sometimes, but narcissists are set in stone. They do not change. Their behavior is pathological. That's why when I'm speaking, it feels like I'm speaking to every single one of you in a personal way. That's the pathological nature of the narcissist. And even with years of intense psychotherapy, in my opinion, I don't believe that it is possible. There may be somewhat of a chance for a self-aware narcissist to become aware and say, hey, I need some type of behavioral therapy, but I don't. It's usually the victims. It's always the victims, for the most part, that are seeking therapy and seeking help in a psychiatric way. So certain types of people are afforded the luxury of good behavior, unlike the majority, by the narcissist or from the narcissist. And first off, these people are usually of much higher status and social standing, a position that the narcissist knows they can never attain, so they will settle for the reflected glory of association. And no danger of them playing as people like this are thin on the ground. And there are those who may be higher up in the social scale at their work or in their social sphere. These people can be of use to the narcissist by helping them get to where it is that narcissist wants to be. They are kept on the safe side, on the back burner, and they are not devalued, and they have an extended golden period. But these people normally do not know the narcissist at all. These people are more or less acquaintances. If a narcissist has offspring, usually there will be a golden child in the brood somewhere. The child becomes a mini-me with the exact same characteristics, in particular to the capacity to manipulate. And the golden child effect out-narcissist the narcissist parent by withdrawing and holding ransom if their wants and needs are not met. The golden child is always kept on the side. As much as there will be a lot of resentment from their fellow siblings, the golden child is the only exception, in that there's nothing in it for the narcissist good behavior. This is about the closest that the narcissist will ever come to being held ransom, ironically, from one of their own children. As the rest of us are left behind every charm and offensive that will be used as a lie for the motive of the narcissist's behavior. It seems to me that if this is all true from what I am learning, it makes sense that they will value and treat some people better than others, but there is always going to be some type of gain for the narcissist, as most of us, 99% of us, are devalued and disengaged from, only to be put on the shelf for a later date. It's a bit ironic that the worst people in the narcissist's life, according to them, are the closest to them. Their SO, their children, their relatives, and it's almost always, this bad treatment is almost always doled out behind closed doors, aka at home, which is absolutely just saddening. It's horrible. And outside of the house, they can be perfect. They come off perfect. They are the partner that you've always wanted to share your life with, and this can feel so disheartening once you realize that they are going to turn into somebody that you don't recognize once you get home from the store or a business dinner or whatever it may be that you're out doing. And this becomes a pattern that is almost inescapable, but one feels the urge to run at all times, and that's where that cognitive dissonance kind of comes in. And it's just a show. The narcissist puts on a grand show so that other people will think, oh my gosh, look how lucky you are to be with the narcissist. Look how great this person is. And you will look in awe at these people about why this good and godly attitude, and this kindness exists outside of your home realm only. And it's a different story completely at home. And why? Come to think of it, to act so kindly and nice and sweet and godly takes quite an effort on the narcissist's part, as it is not a natural state for them. And this is something that takes a lot of energy. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, narcissists prefer to conserve their energy as much as possible, and they will resent you for all of it, for most of it at least, if not all of it. So this just basically comes down to this. The people that the narcissist treat well are on the outside. Their significant other, when other people are around, you will see them treating them like gold. And there are just two groups here. Other people who do not know the narcissist. If you are an acquaintance of the narcissist and you get past that acquaintance stage, you are going into love bombing or seduction of any kind. It doesn't matter if it's a friendship or an intimate relationship. If you don't know the narcissist, you're more than likely going to be charmed to death.